We've got a live studio audience with pretty much the entire Cape Town press corps that's rocked up for this morning. A very good morning to the Kings of Chaos.
Let's hear it.
Yeah.
In the house this morning, Mr. Steven Tyler from Aerosmith. Billy Gibbons is on his way. He'll be in a couple of minutes, but Steven's here. Good morning. Matt Sorum from Guns N' Roses and Velvet Revolver. Duff McKagan, welcome back again. Good to see you. Guns N' Roses and Velvet Revolver. Gilby Clarke from Guns N' Roses. We've got Nuno Bettencourt from Extreme and Robin Zander from The Voice. Cheap Trick.
The Voice.
Yeah.
Steven, I'll tell you what, let's start with you if you don't mind. I know it's your first tour with the Kings of Chaos. What's this whole experience been like for you so far?
It's crazy. It's like I'm stepping into an old shoe that's so comfortable. I bought these guys' records as well, and it's kind of like, you play in a band, you play songs over and over and over to get them smooth, and you step into a band like this, and I get to play all their songs that I've been singing my whole life, and it just fits. It fits. Look at this.
Here we go.
Billy Gibbons, ladies and gentlemen.
Has just entered from ZZ Top. Good morning, Billy, and welcome. We'll get to Billy in a moment. Thank you very much. Good to have you. Steven, let me ask you, I was following you on Facebook and Instagram. I've seen the pictures of the safari in Zim. What have you got planned for Cape Town while you're here?
I don't know yet. I'm going to work my way through this crowd and ask the people what's really happening here. I'll find out. The after hours, the good stuff.
I like that. We'll crowdsource. If anybody has any tips, this is the place to go. One more thing for you, Steven, before we move on. I know you don't want to give away too much to your set list, but give me a couple of clues on what we can expect from you tomorrow night at Grand Arena with the Kings of Chaos.
Loud.
What do you got planned? Anything you want to...
Well, I got a phone call from Matt Sorum, and he started running off a bunch of songs. I said, I'm there. What band? And he said, Kings of Chaos. I said, where? He said, Africa. And he told me how much, and I said, I'm in. I'm in. My whole life I've wanted to go to Africa.
Yeah. I wish it was that easy.
No, he came up with a set list. It's brilliant. It was all his idea. It's Matt Sorum.
I'll tell you I'll tell you what, Steven, from there, let's go to Matt. Matt, I was going to ask you this next. I know that you are the man behind the Kings of Chaos concept, and I met you and interviewed you last year, saw both the shows in Cape Town. Looking forward to tomorrow night. By the way, there are still a couple of tickets left, a handful for Cape Town. Clearly, Kings of Chaos works in South Africa, right? The fans have been going crazy in Sun City for this.
This is a band that's just going to play really exotic places. We're going to go to Thailand next. And then these islands off Portugal, right. I think.
Yeah, the Azores.
The Azores.
No, it's just, it's sort of a bucket list thing for everyone. Steven's never been to South Africa. Robin's never been here. Mr. Gibbons has. You look at, he's got the hat and everything to prove it.
Yeah.
Nuno's been here. Duff's been to Cape Town. But that was a real...
Billy lived here for a while in South Africa.
I think he is part
He's a local.
Is it Zulu tribe? Zulu? Give us some Zulu.
I am Zulu.
Since the last time we were on, Billy Gibbons from ZZ Top has joined us as well. Billy, good morning and thanks. Good to have you here.
Yeah.
You sound like Billy Gibbons from ZZ Top, man. Listen to that sound. That's great.
Have mercy.
As a matter of fact, I recall seeing you live in Cape Town. Must have been the mid-90s. I saw ZZ Top playing at the Three Arts Theatre. It was one of the finest rock performances I'd ever seen. I was a lot younger, and I remember I rolled up there, and there were only Harley Davidsons. It was like a big Roadhouse blues show, and was amazing. So looking forward to seeing you tomorrow night at the Grand Arena.
It'd be good. We're ready to rock.
Let me ask you something. At what point did you get this phone call from Matt Sorum saying, hey, Billy Gibbons, come and rock out with the Kings of Chaos?
Well, it was interesting. All Matt had to say was, hey, let's throw down. We're going to Africa. I said, well, like Steven, hey, I'm in. It was good.
Let me ask you something. I've heard a couple of stories about Mopani worms, Sun City, enjoying the local delicacies. Am I right?
Well, they're interesting.
That's a yes, right?
There's a yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see them and they see me.
Listen,
let's eat.
You're considered to be a historian of I mean, you know your music history, right? And everybody says if you want to know about music history, go speak to Billy Gibbons. Let me ask you about doing all of these great songs from all these great bands coming together. What's that experience like on stage playing other guys' songs?
Oh, it's really we're all here in it for one reason, and that's to rock. And it's and we all enjoy each other's company, and it's no more of a challenge because it's all supportive. It's a collision of enthusiasm.
Thank you, Billy. That's great. Nuno, let me ask you on. Nuno, on Facebook, I saw a couple of nights ago you posted the following, and allow me to paraphrase, but I thought it was such a great quote that I want to ask you about it here this morning.
It wasn't the nude one, was it?
It was not the nude one.
Okay, just...
We can do those or talk about that later, but you posted something which I thought was great, and you said something along the lines of, and I'll paraphrase, you said, for a young Portuguese immigrant kid from Massachusetts, this has been a really big deal for you to tour with these guys because you grew up on their music and they've been mentors for you. So can you tell me about that? What's that experience been like?
That was me. I said that?
Apparently, unless you had a.
No, look. I think just kind of what Matt was talking about. I think for us for me, and our generation to sit in a bedroom for years, and learn, learning Queen stuff, Aerosmith, even Gun stuff. All the guys that are here, you hope one day to be able to do that one day for yourself. And some of us, all of us here, have achieved it at some point, at some level. But I think no matter how much older you get, or how things change, or how great your career was, what we're doing here is something that you don't see anywhere. I mean, this is only happening right now as far as this lineup in South Africa. And if this was anywhere else in the world, you're going to get to see Steven sing Aerosmith songs. You're going to get to hear everybody play their respective music. But to see a mixture of Tyler playing harp on a ZZ Top song, or Matt playing drums on everybody's song, and I think Matt is right. We all do it, but we have so much admiration for each other that I think it's a selfish thing. People are watching us, and we're supposed to be entertaining them, but the truth is, this is a very selfish, right, Gilby? This is a very selfish thing. We both look at each other and we're like, yeah, this is great, but man, look at us. We got Tyler doing Back in the Saddle with us. We got, doing Robin Zander singing Mr. Brownstone. Yeah. When are you going to see that? And when are you going to witness all this kind of chemistry? So yeah, it's a completely, all money aside, everybody gets paid. Yeah, that's true. But all that aside, this is something that none of us will ever experience as well, ever again.
This is the Cape's #1 hit music station, KFM. We are live, and Steven Tyler being asked about being, did I hear that right, about being a fashion icon too? Do you get that a lot, Steven, about the fashion thing?
Yeah, I think, it happens from Idol, right?
Yeah.
I was that whirling dervish in Aerosmith, and then Idol came along, and I got a chance to wear new clothes every night and try to outdo J-Lo, right?
Right. Which is really difficult, right?
And, it works,
You better give that jacket back to her, Steven.
Steven, let me ask you, speaking of the fashion thing, you're well known for being the guy who ties the scarves around the mic stand. Are we going to see that kind of Steven Tyler tomorrow night?
Positively. I can't go anywhere without him.
Love that.
Look, he's got his.
That's true.
No, it's just a thing, right?
Duff, let me ask you, what's it been like backstage? I saw one of your posts where you were doing an Iggy Pop kind of jam. The vibe must be amazing, right?
You actually posted that.
No,
he did.
I posted it.
Oh, you did?
The King of Chaos posted
It was actually a Fear song called Nervous Breakdown. And I screwed up because I'm not the punk guy. He is.
It was Black Flag, Nervous Breakdown. Matt was talking about rehearsing and getting ready for this stuff and these songs and doing service to these songs. Like we grew up to Aerosmith. Me going into my guest house at home 6 days before we rehearsed and making the playlist of LaGrange and Back in the Saddle and Dream Police. I got a cold sweat. Suddenly it's like, these guys are coming in, Tyler's coming in, Xander's coming in, and we have to do service to these songs. And Matt and I have really been studying rhythm a bunch, probably a lot more in the last 6 or 7 years. And
yeah, Duff would call me and go, oh my God, this Tom Hamilton guy, I had no idea.
That guy, yeah.
It was a workout.
I mean, I get it, just this massive appreciation, and it's kind of freaky that I'm, in 6 days' time we were going to start rehearsing for this thing, and Tyler was going to be coming in, and what if we suck, And but it's really been an honor, and backstage before the shows, I'll play my punk rock songs. It just breaks the ice, and I turn Nuno on to stuff.
Yeah, but
it's
listen,
amazing, really.
what these guys bring to these songs that we do is pretty amazing too. They add things that were never there to begin with that only enhance the songs. I mean, it's true. You guys are great players, and God bless you for helping us out.
But Robin, I mean, you've been quoted by many of these guys, and this is their way of paying respects to you, saying that you're one of the greatest living vocalists of all time. I mean, that's a big deal, right?
Well, that's nice of you to say that. But, you know, the thing is we're all, I believe if you love something, that it comes easy to you. If you don't like it, you're never going to do it right in the first place. And that's what it is to me. I love what I do. I love music, and I love rock and roll. And when these guys, this is what, my third or fourth Kings of Chaos. And it's always been a pleasure. I did one with Billy before, and it's always been just a pleasure, you guys. Thanks for having me. I'm proud to be here.
Yeah.
Yeah, and playing, I got to say, playing like the real Texas shuffle with this man in the beard over here is such a thing.
For a bunch of white guys.
For a bunch of white guys, yeah.
There's a lot of rhythm in this room, is what you're really saying. I remember last year you did Knocking on Heaven's Door as well, Gilby, like a beautiful stripped-down version. Is there that kind of thing tomorrow night where you kind of break it down for a little bit and everybody sits around campfire kind of vibe, or you don't want to give
We
away?
got that. It's a little bit different, but, you know, for us it's cool, too, because this whole thing's about hanging out. We're all, having quality time with each other. We're able to tell stories. We don't get to do this because everyone's on different parts of the planet.
Hell, Gilby, he gets the best applause of the evening.
Yeah, he does pretty good. And so we do a breakdown kind of living room vibe where we hang out, and the crowd feels that too, because really it's what we're doing, and we're on stage, and this is only our third show, and it's going to be the last of the tour. So it's not that I'm sad when we gotta go home.
We're breaking up tomorrow?
Yeah, we're breaking up tomorrow.
That was short-lived, right? That was
so we're hanging out, playing some music, and the fans are a part of that, so it's cool.
So if you've been listening to this for the past half hour thinking, this just sounds like a not-to-be-missed event, well, listen, I was there last year. I promise you will regret missing the Kings of Chaos with Steven Tyler, Billy Gibbons, Matt Sorum, Duff McKagan, Gilby Clarke, Nuno Bettencourt, and Robin Zander. Thank you very much. You've been amazing. The sounds of Steven Tyler. Thank you. Listen, that was amazing. We will continue with the press conference next. Thank you for watching us live on KFM Modcosa and for listening. All the pictures will be up soon. Guys, thanks for coming to rock out with us this morning. That was cool. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so much.